Excuse the remodeling of the basement. What's up, little screamers? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, hello, my name is Knuckle. This is the channel where we talk horror and create looks. And welcome back to the series of Evil Truths. And again, if you're new here, welcome to the series. Check out my other episodes while you're at it. So in this episode, we will be talking about the swastika. And I don't know about you, but I always knew the symbol as a symbol of hate, of genocide, of just pure evil associated with Hitler and his followers. This symbol has brought so much destruction and sadness and shame. However, Hitler did not originate this. And I think it's very important that people know what the symbol, what it originally was created for. So without further ado, let's dive in and figure out what evil truths lie behind the symbol. Here we go. The original word and symbol comes from Sanskrit, meaning good fortune or well-being. Archaeologists believe it first appeared in prehistoric Ukraine, where in the National Museum of History of Ukraine, there is a mammoth ivory figurine of a bird, found in 1908 featuring a swastika carbon dating back to 15,000 years ago. Also, there are seals showing swastika motifs found in these places in Harappun's ruins in India. In the 19th century book, The Swastika, the earliest known symbol in its migrations, it documents how it was found all over the ancient world, on everything from quilts and shields, coins to jewelry. Some believe its shape was inspired by an ancient comet. The Greeks used it to decorate their pots and vases, and the Druids and Celts used it, and Norse mythology used it to represent Thor's hammer. Since its creation, many cultures have used the symbol to represent peace, life, sun, power, strength, and above all, good luck. In the early 20th century, it was widely used in Europe with numerous meanings, the most common being a symbol of good luck and auspiciousness. Interlocked swastikas were used in textiles and architecture. The sign was used in many ways before Hitler adapted it. A sign of good fortune, fertility, happiness, sun, and it was given spiritual import as well as commercial value when it was used with or as a brand or logo, says Heller. Even the U.S. adorned itself with a swastika as a common decoration that often adorned cigarette cases, postcards, coins, and buildings. During World War I, the swastika could even be found on the shoulder patches of the U.S. Army's 45th Infantry Division, and as part of the Finnish Air Force symbol until after World War II. For the Navajo people in the U.S., the right-facing swastika was a symbol of friendship, which they gave up after World War II as well. And now say hi to the man who put into motion the start of the hijacking of this beautiful, benevolent symbol. Heinrich Schliemann, a German archaeologist, he discovered the hooked cross on the site of ancient Troy. He connected it with similar shapes found on pottery in Germany and speculated that it was a, quote, significant religious symbol of our remote ancestors, end quote. Other European scholars and thinkers linked the symbol to a shared Aryan culture that spanned Europe and Asia. However, the German Orientalist Max Muller wrote to Schliemann and warned him to avoid using the word swastika on the icons, end quote. Swastika is a word of Indian origin and has its history and definite meaning in India. I know the temptation is great to transfer names with which we are familiar to similar objects which comes before us. The occurrence of such crosses in different parts of the world may or may not point to a common origin. End quote. But because Hitler formed the conjecture of Aryan culture descent with German nationalist pride, this is why many theorize this is one of the main reasons why the Nazi Party formally adopted the swastika, or this word, as I cannot pronounce it, as its symbol in 1920. Hitler was convinced that a potent symbol would rally the masses to his evil cause, with a black swastika rotated 45 degrees on a white circle set against a red background. The highly striking banner was designed to add a modern twist to the ancient symbol while evoking the colors of the recently defeated German Empire. He described the flag as such: End quote. In red, we see the social idea of the movement, in white, the nationalistic idea. In the swastika, the mission of the struggle for the victory of the Aryan man, and by the same token, the victory of the idea of creative work, which as such always has been and always will be anti-Semitic. Quote. And that is how one asshole of a man who grew a terrible soul patch on his lip took a massive cultural appropriation dump, forever tarnishing one of the oldest and sacred symbols known to mankind. Simply put, he is a dicker fucker. But fast forwarding to 1993, a Jewish artist named Edith Altman, who lost her grandparents to the Holocaust, created an installation entitled Reclaiming the Symbol, The Art of Memory. She painted a gold swastika on a wall above a black Nazi swastika painted on the floor. She said, "I want to neutralize the swastika, to remove its association with evil, so that no one need fear anymore," she told the Chicago Reader. However, in many European countries, including Germany, public display of Nazi symbols is prohibited by law, and violating such terms is a criminal offense. New York State Senator Todd Kaminsky introduced a bill in the New York State Senate in 2021, which would require schools in the state of New York to teach that the swastika is an example of a hate symbol. Due to the bill's national implications, organizations including the World Hindu Council of America urged the New York Senate to differentiate between the original swastika and the Nazi hooked cross. Director of Advocacy and Awareness for the World Hindu Council of America stated, "We acknowledge the horrid way the swastika has been misused and misinterpreted for the past 70 years. The swastika continues to remain a vilified and malign symbol. This must be corrected. Instead of censoring the symbol, we must celebrate the positive history of it." End quote. They have tried to explain that the Nazis did not use the swastika, but a hooked cross. The Nazi swastika has the arms turned to 45 degrees, giving a slant to the symbol, whereas the swastikas of Hinduism are presented with the base arm lying flat. Even members of the Jewish community have highlighted on several occasions the way in which the sign has been misused. They stated, "A distorted version of the sacred symbol was misappropriated by the Third Reich in Germany and abused as an emblem under which heinous crimes were perpetrated against humanity, particularly the Jewish people. The participants recognize that this symbol is and has been sacred to Hindus for millennia before its misappropriation," said the declaration made at the Second Hindu-Jewish Leadership Summit in Jerusalem held in February 2008. Yet, as Brian Levin puts it, he states, "Unfortunately but rightly, the most recent and widespread use of the swastika as a symbol of Nazi hatred and genocide will forever cast an indelible shadow over its lengthy history and alternative meaning. It is important, however, to note that expanding our teaching of history and civics can incorporate not only the origins of symbols, but how they can be co-opted and rebranded to the most evil of ends." End statement. I couldn't agree with him more, and to this day it is a sacred symbol in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. It is a common sight on temples or houses in India or Indonesia, along with used in Bali ceremonies. For Balinese Buddhists, the swastika signifies the Buddha's footprints and heart. For Jains, the swastika is the symbol of the seventh Tirthankara, literally ford maker, one of the liberated souls showing the way for others in the Jain tradition, with the arms symbolizing one of the 4 places a soul can be reborn in the cycle of birth and death. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I really hope you learned something from this video, and you will see the swastika in its original entirety. But sadly, this symbol will potentially forever be tarnished. And as we've discussed before, it just morphed into this dual symbol of hate for shit whites everywhere. I do hope, though, that this symbol will take back some of its power in the coming years in the US and in Europe, but I completely understand how many will and can never see it as a symbol of peace, wellness, good fortune, and so that carries a heavy weight of shame and sadness. But that is it for today, little screamers. I will see you on the next episode. Or maybe movie review. I don't know. We'll see what comes first. But either way, enjoy this makeup look. I really just wanted to have fun with this. I didn't want to do this in super detail. I wanted this to be simple, crude almost, but definitely colorful and fun. And I found some scarves laying around, just dived in. And plus, my hair was super greasy, and I needed to cover that shit up. Thank God for scarves. Till next time, little screamers, I hope you have a wonderful week, day, night, month, whatever. Be good, be kind, be awesome, and I'll see you later. Bye.